Well, hello, my silky friends. How are you doing? I think this is public. Is it not public? I don't know. I've been having a lot of trouble lately. I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with my slap on the hand. Let me check real quick. Uh, I don't know. But let me make sure that I am live. It says I'm live. Okay. Yeah, I'm live. All right. All right then. Yeah. No notice. I started to put out a notice that I was going to go live tonight, but the thing is, I was also doing a members only, and my members, I love y'all and appreciate y'all so much. And I leave the length of my lives up pretty much to the people that are in there. And a couple of weeks ago, we had like a 2 hour members only because I had somebody in there that was just really talking and sharing, and that's great. It's your time, so I can never actually put a time for going live on Sunday nights. And even if I'm going to, because if I do a 2 hour, y'all, if I do a 2 hour members only where we're just, talking, I just want to get away from the lights. But anyway, it's good to see y'all in here. So yeah, sorry I didn't let you know. Hello, Stephanie, Daniel Berry. Whoop whoop. How y'all doing? If you are in my members only, tonight I talked a lot about why I have not been covering Delphi, and I think if you listen to what I was saying during that time, I don't think there was any details I left out. You'll understand why. I'll yeah, you'll understand why I haven't. So I will be covering some things, maybe in video form instead of, I don't know. We'll see. But I will be doing some now. I think I'm in a better position to do so. And if, like I said, if you're a member, you know why. Really? So I'm buffering. I'm telling you, something, since I had an incident that I'm not going to talk about, since I had an incident about 2 months ago, close to 2 months ago, my computer has, and it's really good, okay? It's really good. It has been having horrible problems. Horrible. I didn't have these problems when I was using the MacBook. However, the MacBook that I was using just wasn't strong enough. It needed to be all updated. So I am on a PC, and yeah, they can get hacked, and I honestly think that that's probably what happened. Hey, Digital, good to see ya. Okay. All right. Pieces needed. Good to see you. I don't know. I don't know if it's buffering for everybody or just y'all, just you. Anyway, whoo, what a day. What a day. Actually, my day has been pretty good, but my finding stuff out. Y'all, I'm on this thing about the LA fires, and because it is not, I know the news is covering it, but there's a lot of stuff they're not saying. And again, I don't want there. I don't think it's going to be a Western North Carolina situation, but the truth needs to come out, and so the few of us that care, the few of us that want the truth. Here we are out here struggling, just saying, hey, it's important to know these things. It's important to look deeper. what is actually going on. Because just like with the Delphi case, the reason I hit on it so hard is because this could happen to you or me. It could happen in Florida. It could happen in Texas and New York. It could happen anywhere. All right. If the things that people are saying and the little bits of truth that are coming out, if this is true, then yeah, we should all be worried. And you got to be looking at stuff. You just have to. So I am going to, hello, Life with Shannon. Hello, how are you? I love that little icon. I love Rapunzel. She's so feisty. I love her. Not like the regular Disney princesses, right? She's got, there are a couple of princesses that have some spunk. Okay, let's go over to X and talk about the horrific things that are going on. Let's start with this one. Wall Street Apes just posted this. Oh, well, not just, but it just came up in my feed. Here is a California resident in Los Angeles Pacific Palisades fire burn zone turning off open gas leaks, and he's saying that gas leaks are everywhere, y'all. He says he's been to dozens of these today, and you can actually hear the gas hissing out of the broken valves. I'm gonna see if we can get some sound.
There you go. Nice. Nicely done.
I mean, you know, y'all know what happens when gas is leaking out, right? Things go boom.
What we're doing today.
Actively shutting off the gas to these.
My question is this. I understand you can't help. I mean, the house burning. That's the whole thing. Why aren't people out there? Why is these two guys? Why isn't it the other municipal people shutting off even the gas companies? Why aren't they out there shutting off valves? Like, what? Does this make any sense? First of all, it's toxic in the air. Like, they need any more flames out there, right? I don't get it. And we're going to see a video, too. It's not too far down my list where people can't even get back to their homes. What? All right. Now, this comes from the Patriot Voice. All right, I have to say this. All right, this is not. I am just a person on here reading X like everybody else, okay? I'm not saying that it's either true or untrue. You be the judge, and let's look at what's going on, and you make your own opinion. The opinion of the Patriot Voice is the Los Angeles wildfires. I'm back in Alabama again. Wild fires are being started by. I probably can't say that. You can read it. This time it's Los Angeles, California, in preparation for the upcoming 2028 Summer Olympics. Now, we did on my last live, we talked about how they wanted to make it what was it called? A smart city? Yeah. But that's a big problem when you've got 100-year-old houses out there, isn't it? Or 150, like way back. According to this, it is the same thing that happened. Make sure you can see that. In Paradise, California, Lahaina, and near Amarillo, Texas. All areas that will be lost will be host to the coming Advanced World Economic Forum AI Governance Smart Cities. Okay. How do I know? Take a look at the pictures below. One on the left is Paradise in 2018. The one on the right is Pacific Palisades 2025. What do you notice? In both pictures, and we're going to look at these pictures. In both pictures, the road and many of the trees remain intact while the homes and buildings are completely destroyed. Do you think that is a normal pattern for wildfires? No, sir, I do not. I am no stranger to wildfires here in Alabama. On top of that, do you think it's normal for fire insurance companies to pull out of neighborhoods months in advance and at random? Think they knew something was going to happen? Well, it is a little sus, isn't it? What about there being absolutely no water to fight said fires? Think that is accidental? What about the mayor of LA who was literally out of the country when this started? Well, mama, wasn't that fortunate? Unfortunate? Whichever. Put simply, the powers that be, who are working hand in glove with the WF and BlackRock, is purposely setting fires, in this person's opinion, using military-grade DEWs in these areas to initiate a massive land grab. Again, this is Patriot's Voice opinion. The reason is because, according to the Olympic Committee and the City of LA, the old and outdated infrastructure must be completely torn down and rebuilt into an AI-governed smart city in time for the Olympics. Well, that's only isn't it like 4 years away? 5 years, somewhere 4 or 5 years away? Now, think about this. When the Olympics come to a city, the revenue is off the charts, right? There's so much revenue, so many things, people, an influx of people, and just food and souvenirs and events you have to pay for. Like, it's a huge moneymaker. That's why everybody wants to host the Olympics. It's a lot cheaper than eminent domain to burn the whole thing down than to pay out for people's land that they have held on to for many years, in their opinion. What do y'all think? I understand that it may be a hard pill for some to swallow that this would happen. Sick, depraved, evil. Absolutely. So anyway, they were talking about this is, what did they say this is? Where did they say this was in 2018? Looks very similar though, doesn't it? Yeah. I did read part of this about, and it's not on here, I don't think, about what a smart city is. Let me take that off of there because I don't want to, let's see.
Traffic congestion,
how do I?
It takes our time and pollutes our environment to natural disasters.
Hold on. There we go. Stop that. But anyway, I reposted this on X, so if you want to see and you want to investigate it for yourself, please. Now, this is talking about the DEWs. You can see what that stands for, Directed Energy Weapons. This is supposedly used elsewhere. We talked about this a little bit before, right? Okay. Oh my gosh. Now, I can't play this, but I did listen to some of it. And if you go into, I might play just a few seconds of this. Oh, God. Do I get my panties in a wad about some people and some stuff? I'll stop that right here. According to Nick Sorter, California Senator Adam Schiff. What was it that Trump calls him? Is he the one that he calls pencil neck? Am I thinking of the right person? Anyway, whatever. Adam Schiff lies and says the reservoirs were full when the fire started. Well, we know that's not the truth, but Nick says Schiff is totally incapable of telling the truth. The Palisades Reservoir was confirmed to be completely empty, leaving fire hydrants with little to no water pressure. Let's see. During the windiest month of the year. Okay. And this, let me, I'll play just a second of this.
Understanding is the reservoirs that the Palisades were drawing on these 3 million.
Okay, let me stop it for a second. But this is, you can see the news source on there.
Reservoirs were full at the initiation of these fires.
Really? They were full at the initiation of these fires. But look at this. This is proof that the Pacific Palisades Reservoir was empty and offline when this started, per the LA Times. Okay? This is criminal. The reservoir holds 117 million gallons of water and would have given firefighters ample pressure to effectively fight the blaze. Overpaid Department of Water and Power officials have now been forced to admit the reservoir being offline likely contributed to dry fire hydrants and low water pressure. DEI did this. How are you offline? There you can see. Hey, Mr. Schiff, that looks empty to me. I mean, I do wear reading glasses, but I am pretty sure I would notice if there were water in that reservoir. And I'm thinking, no. All right? Not a drop. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's rained anywhere. Like, nothing. Okay. So there you go. I'm going to save some of those. Let me see what y'all are saying. Death Valley Tiger, did they control the winds too? Well, you know. No, I don't know. I don't know. Some people say that is possible. But I will say this, that it is traditionally a windy time, so it's not unheard of. It's pretty much, they know. Yes, Shay, exactly. But blue, we'll talk about this elsewhere. Blue plastic dumpsters are not even warped. Digital, you're funny. Schiff is shifty. Absolutely. Let's see. Shay says, did you see those firemen that were using purse? They were filing out of a fire truck and running to throw it on a fire. No. Well, no. But I did see where they said, and I didn't repost this, I did see where they said that they caught people, some of the looters and some of these people, they caught them dressing up like firefighters and going into areas that they shouldn't be, where they wreaked havoc. I didn't know if that was true or not, so I didn't repost it. I'm like, okay. Now, I thought this was interesting. Rick Caruso, a billionaire developer, brought in his own firefighters and water trucks to save his development. Oh, by the way, he ran against Bass in 2022. So let's look at this just a little bit, because I was watching some of this. Again, I can't play too much of the news. But you can see this area is clearly in good shape. As a matter of fact, there is a viral video of an older gentleman who literally saved his house. Like, all the stuff around him is burned. He saved his house with a water hose. I guess he had that much, at least enough, that much water to keep the fires off his house. So I'm like, it really didn't take that much, did it? So even though it sounds like 117 million gallons, that would go pretty quick, right? Well, not if you caught it early. No, not if you were there. You would have stopped it in the beginning. Now, it certainly wouldn't put it out, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I'm not Yeah, what do I know? If people think this is incompetence, why are people not getting long falls off short strings? And if it's on purpose, same question. I don't understand. I really don't. Somebody explain that to me. I'm going to. Oh, really? I'm just gonna put this out there. Did her roof, was her roof blue? I did not see that. I don't know. I heard that theory debunked. Well, they said had been debunked. It was basically just saying somebody did a study on that when in regards to Maui, and they said, "Oh, we studied that, and that's just not true." I don't know. You show me, because I'll tell you what I have seen. I have seen videos of them taking, like, basically a flamethrower, and they had different kinds of plastics there, different colors, and I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say if this was a set up, video, but they did show that the blue did not catch on fire when every other color did. I'm just saying. I don't know. We're just speculating here. Yeah, this would make me livid, okay? It says Los Angeles residents are now livid because law enforcement isn't allowing them back to their homes. So let's play a little bit of this.
Okay. That makes no fucking sense to me. You guys are dropping the fucking ball.
And is it, like, why is it? Why is that true? Is it because of the, I don't know. Is it because of the danger? Is it because of the open gas lines? Is it because I don't know. Do they have a real reason? Because I'm telling you, if it's my house, even if it's incinerated, I'm going to hope that there is some tiny little thing that didn't burn, Just be there. Anyway, there's that. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. I can't play all of this either. I can play a few seconds. MJ Truth Ultra says, there it is. Gavin Newsom says, we already have a team reimagining LA 2.0. That didn't take long. All those homeowners are gonna, yeah. So let me listen to just a second of this.
The United States of America to get it down here in LA. We thank him for that. This is an opportunity for.
Oh, and he thanks Biden for getting help. Which the National Guard did come in. Okay. I want to know something, though, Mr. President. Where was the National Guard in Western North Carolina? They seem to be curiously absent. Why could they go to California and not Western North Carolina? I'm just saying. I'd like for someone to answer that question.
City leaders, we're already talking to civic leaders, we're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits.
See, he's all excited. Gavin. I am going to do a video about some stuff. But you can tell how excited he is, right? He's excited. I think my chat is frozen. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. Something's frozen here. I hope I'm not frozen. All right. Now, I do not know how to pronounce this man's last name. Bill Malugin. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm sorry. This is the closest and clearest footage I have seen of the first moments after the Palisades fire started, and it showed the exact starting location, which appears to be near a trail. So let's look at this.
That shit is going. That shit is going quick.
Yeah, it's definitely burning up there on the hill.
That shit is going quick.
Well, my question is, how did it just start up there?
That shit is going quick.
Okay. Let's look at the next one.
This is the last. Dude, that's right where we were standing. We were literally right there. Holy shit. This is the last. Dude, that's right where we were standing. We were Dude, it's catching up.
Now, again.
Dude, it's catching up.
I can't, let's see. Why can't I do this? There we go. I get lost on here. If y'all are saying anything, I cannot see it. Everything is frozen for me. So sorry, I'm not ignoring you. It'll eventually catch up, I guess. I hope. All right. This was interesting. Alexander Shepard says the Red Cross is raising a lot of money for California fire victims. Well, that sounds like a good thing, right? Of course it does. Does anyone else remember when they raised $500 million for Haiti, built 6 houses, and stole the rest of the money? Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember I wasn't, of course, online. What's that? I guess we had YouTube. I can't even remember. But I would just say this. If I were you and you went to donate, honestly, I'm not unsympathetic for California, but Biden has already said he's going to give them, like, he's going to pay for everything. The government's going to just, reimburse them. And again, I'm asking you, what about Western North Carolina, parts of Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida, but especially Western North Carolina? Why are they not getting help? Remember, look into the Red Cross. They have been absolutely useless in Western North Carolina. Check into how much their CEO makes. Check into a lot of stuff at the Red Cross. I'm just saying, do your homework before you give dollars. I would tell you, if you want to give, whether it's to California or to elsewhere, try the Samaritan's Purse, okay? They have been legit boots on the ground helping. So, try somebody else. I'm just saying. After the Haiti thing, absolutely. Shay says that was the Clinton Foundation with them. Yes. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Remember that whole fiasco? Remember the woman that took in all the kids? Remember that she's in jail? I don't know if she's still in jail. She went to prison. A lot of those kids came up missing. I'm just saying. She went to jail. If you don't remember, look into it. Okay. Now, some people are also saying in downtown Los Angeles that they're hearing big explosions. Now, based on all the gas leaks, I don't know. Is that what that is? I mean, it certainly could be. But then we're going to look at some other stuff. Some stuff in the sky that just doesn't make sense, okay? Hey, Buckeye. Let's see. And that's when the missionary Laura Silsby and 9 others got caught trying to spirit 30 orphans. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If y'all didn't remember that, if you didn't know about it, go look into it. Look up Laura Silsby. See what's up with her. Maybe that's the best way to say it. Do you want to know what happened to her? Yeah. Go ahead. I can't always say it, Shay. But you can type it in there. I would love for you to. All right, so this guy, here's just one of the many videos of somebody setting fires.
Who did it then? Who did it?
Whoa.
Who did it?
Put it out, man. You did what? Fire shot.
You did the fire shot?
We did fire shot. It's emergency, guys. My apologies, man.
Oh.
Okay.
You did on accident or accident?
Hey.
Okay.
Get out of here. If this is my people. Hey.
All right, get up out of here, bro. Get up out of here, bro. You be fucked up, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you're going to jail, though. Oh, my gosh.
I don't think he cares. Look at that face. I don't think he cares. 3 hots in a cot. Jail's pretty good. I can't with this. Yes. Let me throw this up here. Her release was, talking about Laura Silsby, her release was negotiated and all charges were dropped. Then she went back to Florida, and guess what job she got next? Throw it out there, Shay. Throw it out there. I'm loving it. You know I do. Anyway, back to this guy. Yeah. I didn't mean to stop it there. It just kind of sums up the whole situation. Like, I'm fixing to have a screenshot of that. Let me see. Y'all are probably going to see me do this. If that is not a good meme, I don't know what is. That expression. Sorry. I honestly think he's probably messed up and he doesn't even know or care what he's doing. All right, this is something that I can only let you read. Okay, we got to be careful. But, we need help putting out these fires. Now, remember, and I've got this, I've also got, hold on, I'm sorry, I got distracted because I wanted to follow it with Shay. Yes. She was given a grassroots position as one of the first employees to run NEMEC. There you go. There you go. You can find it. You can find it. All right, so we do need help. Now remember, and I think I've got some more video of this, Oregon sent some firefighters. Actually, a lot of other places were trying to send firefighters in. This is early in the game to help because there was no water, right? And they got stopped by California, who said, wait, hold the phone. We know that it's an emergency. We know that people are on fire. We know that houses, we're losing all this, but we got to check your emissions rating because you can't be driving around in California if you don't have the correct emissions. I mean, like, you literally cannot make this stuff up, people. If you tried to write a book like this, it would make no sense. People would say there are plot holes everywhere. This is ludicrous. This would never happen in real life. But yet, it's happening in California. Yeah, you're going to stop the firefighters because the emissions, they might not match California law. So let's just let all of, LA burn up. Well, we say no. Sorry, just turn around and go home. The lunacy is off the charts with these people. Do you see? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shay. I knew what you meant. but thank you for spelling it out. National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Yes. Yes, I knew. Yeah. So, okay, so now we're not letting Americans come in and without the admission trucks. Dear Jesus. But there are some people from Mexico coming in, and I can't say most of these words, but I will let you read this. They're coming in with planes, and the theory is what's on the planes, what goes out with the planes. Oh, sorry. Get off of my computer. Sachi. Yes, I know. She's on it today. She's on one. I'm just saying. When you have planes coming in from different places, you don't know. You really don't know, do you? Okay. Wait. Let me go back. Hey, Jenny. 33, catching up. Okay, we're talking as politically correct as I can possibly be, which, it's not real easy for me. I'll just say this is a huge challenge, okay? Because I am very temperamental when it comes to some things. Jay, hello, Jay. Red Cross is horrible. When I was evacuated with 70,000 people in Tahoe, they kicked everyone out of the shelters shortly after they had media news coverage. Oh, wow. Thousands of people with nowhere to go. Yeah, you start looking into that, and you'll see the Red Cross, they have their issues. So I would just, I would suggest putting your dollars to a reputable place. Yes, Shay, lots of air traffic. Yeah. So there's that, okay? Because, we talked about we've talked about Haiti, we've talked about Maui. Now we got all this going on. And again, people, you have to realize that we are talking about now look, plenty of U.S. citizens' children come up missing every year. We know that. But if you have, but you know who they are, you know who their parents are, like you have information on them. But you think about all of these immigrants that are there in California, all their families, they're living on streets, they're living in tents, they're like whatever. We've seen the videos, we've heard the stories, but now they're displaced. Well, they were kind of undocumented to start with, right? So you are going to assume, well, they ran for the hills. They went, where did they go? Well, we don't know because all of LA burned. We don't know where they went. They just scattered. How many children and young adults, whatever, and even just adults, because there are many things besides, there's many ways to enslave someone other than with SA or CSAM and that kind of stuff. Some people literally are indentured servants. All right? So you have all these people, you don't know where they went. That is a problem. I mean, especially the children, but not just the children. Do y'all understand? There is no way to help them now. If you wanted to help the immigrants, you can't. Because where are they? And we want to blame all of them for, starting fires and stuff. And yes, there have been some cases where people are arrested or on video doing that. I mean, not everybody is going to be a good person, but not everybody is a bad person either. So what are you going to do when you cannot explain where all of these people went? it's going to be like Maui, like Haiti. I mean, this is why I say it's crimes against humanity. I don't hear anybody talking about that. And I don't hear anybody saying, okay, I mean, I hear everybody talking about the loss. And look, yes, the American citizens who have lost their homes and businesses, devastating, absolutely. Not downplaying it. But we don't hear anybody making a statement on where are the illegals, the illegal immigrants. Where are they at now? Did you put them all in one spot? Did you move them to a certain city? Like, can we figure out where they went? Could somebody please tell me where these people are now? Sure, some of them are probably still on the streets, but a lot of the families, where did they go? Have you made arrangements? Is anybody looking? Is anybody watching to see where these people are going that have nothing? That are undocumented? So for all intents and purposes, they don't exist. Right? So nobody's going to miss somebody who doesn't exist. Do you see what is potentially happening? I mean, I don't care. Look, there's issues. There's issues all the way around with the way that we do things. I am not in favor of the way that we have been handling things. But I'm also not in favor of innocent people being moved, you know what I'm saying, from place to place and being hurt, harmed in some way. How are we going to keep up with this? I don't hear anybody talking about that, but I'm concerned because those people, they're still people. It doesn't matter. They're still people. Okay. And then you have, these planes coming and going. Are people in them? Have y'all heard 2 major airlines in last week found people unalived in the wheel wells of the planes? I'm like, for God's sakes, what is going on? And I haven't even covered that. Yeah, Shay, I think they are trying to make it impossible. Now listen to this. We're gonna just talk about some history. That's all this is, y'all. Just history. Babushka says, interesting. Here's a little history lesson for you. But pay close attention because it's important. For 1 week in September of 1950, the U.S. Navy sprayed massive amounts of bacteria, Serratia marcescens, I think that's how you say that, into the air 2 miles off the coast of San Francisco, California. The aim of this secret biological warfare experiment was to learn how vulnerable large U.S. cities like San Francisco would be to a biowarfare attack by somebody. The bacteria, which can cause respiratory issues and meningitis, and Bacillus astrophaeus, that can be lethal immunocompromised, that can be lethal to, I think it's supposed to say, to immunocompromised individuals. At the time, this is back in 1950, y'all, the Navy believed these bacteria were harmless to humans. I don't believe that, but they said. But when the Bay Area residents began rushing to the hospital, it became clear that this was not the case. After inhaling thousands of bacterial spores, 11 people checked into Stanford Hospital near San Francisco with very rare, serious urinary tract infections that doctors ultimately determined were caused by the experiment. 1950. U.S. Navy. Thank you. One patient named Edward Nevin, who was recovering from prostate surgery at the time, passed away. Now, 75 years later, some Americans fear this may be happening again, as they claim an unnatural fog with a burning chemical-like smell has plagued their community in recent weeks. We did a bunch of videos on that, right? We saw the drones, we saw the spraying, we saw the fog, we talked about it. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. Now, listen to this. This is Operation Sea Spray. Okay? So you can look this up. Babushka reposted this from Mr. WW225. 225. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to show you. Let me keep going. A tail of fog. There is a certain person, and I actually think I followed this one. If it's not this one, it's another account that did the same thing. BBBRW21 tested a sterile sample of condensation from heavy Florida fog against all known infectious diseases, bacteria, fungi, and in his CLIA/COLA molecular medical laboratory. If you don't know, I'm not sure about COLA. I know exactly what CLIA is. Definitely a lab thing. Very tough rules. So if this was in a CLIA lab, it's not like just somebody in the basement with a microscope, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Very, very, very strict regulations. So the results showed Serratia marcescens, an antibiotic. Really? Really? This thing? Really? Wait a second. They did this back in 1950, Operation Sea Spray, to see if they could make people sick, and voila, you can. Yeah, you spray them with bacteria, and guess what? They get sick. Wow, who would have thought? Isn't that amazing? Did you know you could get sick from bacteria? Mama. So, it showed that same bacteria, it's an antibiotic resistant, opportunistic human pathogen. That means it's bad, okay? A bacteria that causes pneumonia, UTIs, and wound infections. Well, that's nice. Let's have some oohs and wounds. What about that? Does that sound good for 2025 to you? Once established, the organism usually cannot be eliminated entirely. Are you kidding me? I'm just saying. If this is true, and it came from a, CLIA laboratory, it came from the Florida fog, that looked like Rice Krispies in some places, and other places it was the fog from Hades that just wouldn't go away, right? Crossing the river Styx. Was that the point? Just saying. Interesting. This is why I said, y'all, I was concerned about the drones. I'm in California, in New Jersey, New York, Florida, all the places, Texas, because I kept thinking, like, what if stuff starts catching on fire? What is this sulfur metallic smell that people are smelling? Or what is it? Well, apparently, part of it is a bacteria. Isn't that nice? Yay. Happy 2025. I probably will share this elsewhere. But you can pretty much see what this is talking about. It's talking about those dews, and I'm not talking about the yellow-green Mountain Dew, okay? Now, let's go. Also, I That's mine. Let's see. Now, this woman here, she is, if you see this right here, you can go to this website, stopthecrime.net. I visited there today, but I did not, I just didn't have the time to really, really peruse it and deep dive into it. But I will tell you this. She talks about smart meters, okay? Like everybody's house is supposed to have a smart meter. It's supposed to help you, I don't know, helps your electricity. I don't know. Save money, something. But apparently they're saying that some of the houses that had the smart meters burned, whilst the houses that didn't have the smart meter didn't burn. Now, here's the thing. She is, and I can't play this but you can see. Go to my ex. You can listen to it. And she is also all over she's part of the stopthecrime.net. And it has the studies in there about these smart meters, okay? Let's see. Let me go back to what you're saying. Oh, yeah, Jay, you've seen horrible comments about, yeah, I can imagine. It's retribution, whatever. I don't agree. I just don't agree. I think I think there's a culprit much closer to home. Let me just put it that way. Let's see. Shay says they recently did another experiment using the military as guinea pigs. Which one was that? I don't know if I've heard about that. Let's see. Jay is saying there was a drone strike on one of the planes there to put out the fire, so the planes were forced to land. Can't imagine a consumer drone would have done the damage the plane received. Yeah, I did see that. I didn't repost that one. I don't know if I saw it on the news or what, but I saw that. Very interesting. All right. I can only play a second of this, but look, I just reposted this because it's so bad, y'all. It's so bad. But sometimes you just really want to have a little bit of uplifting. So I'm going to play like 3 seconds of this. These are people who have lost everything. It reminds me, I know you're going to think I'm silly, but it reminds me when all the Who's in Whoville, after they, the Grinch stole their Christmas, they come around the tree and they sing. That's what this reminds me of. Okay. I'll get burned, so I can't, because I'm sure that's a copyrighted song. So if you want to listen to something, they're really, really good. Really, really good. And can you imagine? That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Around the wreckage of what was once your home, your neighborhood, your city. Wow. All right. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to do a video just on this. Y'all. Just when you think it can't get any worse. Elizabeth Warren. She said, this happened with both of them. Okay. This is allegedly. All right? Allegedly. I don't know. Go find out for yourself. Then you'll know if it's alleged or not. But they said that she was just caught by X scamming her 5.6 million followers. And she says to help support the communities around LA being devastated by wildfires. Can you split a donation between the LA Fire Department Foundation and United Way of Greater Los Angeles? 100% of your donations will go directly to these organizations. All right, so there's a link. It says this is not a link to charity. It is a link because it's secure.actblue. Okay, that honestly doesn't. That wouldn't be United Way. I don't see how it could be LAPD, but whatever. It says that this is not a link to charity. It is a link to Democratic fundraising platform. They take 3.95% of all transactions. Okay, they don't take the whole thing, but it gives the actual. Okay, it gives the actual organizations. LAPD is this right here. And United Way. But you can clearly see that this is what she posted, see? Because 4% of it is going to go to the Democratic Party. What? What? Oh, but that's not the only one. That's not the only person digging into your pockets. Governor Gavin Newsom was just caught by X scamming his 2.1 million followers. Let's make sure everyone on X knows. He cracks me up. He cracks me up because, Gavin Newsom has been telling people, "Oh, there's a lot of misinformation going on." Okay, we can see with our eyeballs, Gavin, what is happening. We can see the lack of water. We can see the people. We have eyes, we have ears, and, unfortunately for you, we have brains as well. Yeah. Even if we're from Alabama. Okay. But he's just launched a new website to ensure the public has access to fact-based data. Yeah. Okay. All right, so if you want to know the facts, let me see. Let me get this back. If you want to know the facts, hold on. Make sure that you definitely don't listen to Gavin Newsom. But here is his link. Okay, it's a new website, California Fire Facts. So here you go. You want to go to learn more stuff about the California fires. You want some truth, right? The website that Governor Newsom linked is not a state website. No. But rather takes you to his political campaign website. Really? And this is why, okay. It takes you to ActBlue, a Democrat fundraising platform that takes 3.95% of all transactions as well. So it's not just, other agencies scamming people. Hey, if you're going to give $20, let's make sure at least, 3 or 4 of those dollars, some of those dollars, go to the Democratic. Look, I just can't. I can't with these people. Like, how low do you have to be, really, to give? Especially with this first one, right? Especially with Elizabeth Warren. Like, she's saying, "Oh, give to the LAFD, give to the United Way," but that's her. See, I can't with these people. I can't. So yeah, there you go. And you wonder why we don't trust the government, right? All right. Let me go back to what y'all are saying. There's a lot of things. Oh my God. There's a lot of bad funding, okay? So I'm not going to go into all of that. I'm going to try to make this not I'm just saying, in the wake of tragedy, ongoing tragedy, we don't even know. You're going to put out there, you're fundraising for your political party. All right. That's interesting, but I'm not going to play that. Yeah. So let's talk about Western North Carolina. We'll throw this in here too, right? FEMA administrator, and I can't play this again, it is copyrighted. Biden promised 100% reimbursement for debris removal costs for the first 6 months. This is out in LA, so they can begin rebuilding. Why? Because the Olympics are coming there. Guess what's coming to Western North Carolina? Nothing. Meanwhile, the Helene victims in Western NC are about to be thrown out of hotels into the freezing cold with nowhere to go. Oh, but let's, do 100% reimbursement for LA. Okay. I'm not saying that they don't deserve help. I'm just saying. I thought this was interesting. I haven't heard anything about this only because I haven't been looking. But I will say this about, I think it was about 2 days ago, somebody on X, and I don't know if you kind of understand how X works because I didn't. Because sometimes I thought I was following people and they were just coming up in my feed. It's not like, Facebook and some others that you have to, be friends with or something. So somebody threw up a link to something and I was like, I don't know. But there was this prediction by somebody or other that there was going to be an earthquake in California, which I know they have them a lot, but it's going to be a bigger one in the area of the fires within, they said, anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. And I was like, I didn't repost it. I was just like, in the back of my head, I'm just like, put that in the files that I may or may not access again. Things get lost back there. But this is saying I had somewhere between a 3.7 to a 4.2. I don't know. I mean, that's all they need now, right? You haven't had enough tragedy. Now you need an earthquake. Here's the thing. This is, let's see, I can probably play some of this. This is the thing about the smart meters, okay?
No smart meter. So the house did not burn. The back house is the part of the house that had the smart meter, and everything in the back of his house is burnt. No smart meter, smart meter. No smart meter, nothing. Nothing's burned. Well, the trees, but the house state is perfectly fine. But the back house is completely gone. And that's the... So I talked to the owner of this.
I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think? Again, if you go to stopthecrime.net, there are all kind of things, but you will find that study about how smart meters set fires. I do not know because I haven't read it yet, but I can at least direct you in the right place. Okay, can't talk about that. That is very technical, so I don't know. I'm just going to leave this here. But I guess this is part of the lithium, the smart meters. They have lithium ion batteries, and he talks about how fast it can go up, et cetera, et cetera. But the basic thing that I wanted to say for here is that so when these supposed forest fires hit neighborhoods but burn more homes than trees, the culprit in the unusual fire forensic looks to be the lithium ion batteries. It's no wonder these homes are burned to dust while trees are standing within feet of the houses. These homes are burning from the inside out, literally. And it talks about it getting, going from 140 degrees to 6,000 degrees Fahrenheit. My God. No wonder. I mean, if that's true, no wonder, like, the insides of the houses, the metal, it's just melted. Have y'all seen it? Like, there's not stuff. Like, it's just melted. Very, very troubling. That's Delphi, so we'll cover that later. Oh, look at this. Y'all, have you seen the fire NATO? I saw it, I guess, from another angle, from up there. Oh my God. Now, I'll tell you what, those scare me. Because what you going to do with fire? Like, look at that. It's incredible. Incredible. And that's what they're dealing with. All right. Now, I'm just going to put this out here. I said it in my members only. We're looking here at the Church of Scientology Village in California. Now, I do not know where this is in relation to the fires, but I will say this. Their roofs are all very uniform. Remember what we were talking about earlier? Very nice uniform roofs. Of course, they have a color scheme, because who doesn't, right? I'm just saying. All right. Now, I went back and got some. I went back to get some videos and stuff from the very first few days of the year, right? Before the fires broke out. Because remember, I kept thinking, this fog is something. It's something. Okay, so this one, look at that. Oh my God. First of all, a jet being that low, that's terrifying. And I love to fly, y'all. I do. I love to fly. So much. But that's like, oh, that's terrifying. I'm okay on the plane, not under the plane. All right, but look at this. It says, I would have never imagined it would get this foggy in LA. So somebody's just doing like a regular old video. Listen to this.
Here it comes, I hear it. Oh my God. Look what's coming, y'all. ANA Airlines, Boeing 7. Y'all. Oh my God. Where's it at? Here it comes, I hear it.
Look at that. Oh my God. It's beautiful. Planes are amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. I've ridden a lot of different kinds. You would not believe some of the things I have done. I'm not here to talk about me, but planes are fascinating. I love them. But that is terrifying seeing, even when the jets go over my house, because I live not far from a small airport, but now there are smaller jets that can land here. And y'all know, if I ever do a video outside, I guarantee you, it doesn't matter what time of the day or night that I decide to do a video outside, you are going to hear a plane, like, whatever. There's a particularly loud one that comes in at night. I'm never here to see it now because I'm working. But it comes through the week. I don't know. It's dark outside. It's always dark. So I'm going to say it comes around 8, 9, maybe 9 o'clock or something. And hasn't been in the air that long, and it's uncomfortably low to me. I mean, it's still way on up there, but still, I'm like, I know what can happen to planes. Like, ooh, don't like that. But this is what they're saying. Never seen fog like this in Los Angeles, even in smog days. So this was on January 3rd. Okay, this is just a few days before the fire breaks out. Here's also a strange pink fog for New Year in Oceanside, California. Now, I couldn't tell you if they have pink fog or not, if that's normal or not. I don't know. It is a very pretty color, but I hate to think that it's full of chemicals or bacteria. Oh, You know, that picture of the bacteria we saw was pink too. Remember? Just now thought of that. I don't know if it's related or not. Okay, so let's go to some more. Now, this was in 2024. Microscopic investigation from Northern California from the mystery fog attack. Is it from last year or from this year? Did they just write the wrong year? Because I promise on my members only, I had to redo the whole thing because it said 2024. I'm like, oh, I don't even know what year it is. But they collected fog via tree leaf dripping in the morning and from dehumidifier that was next to an open door. All can be viewed on the Unhackable Animals Substack, okay? But these are the things that they found. Nanofilaments, polymer nanocrystal chunks, nanocapsule construction, bubble, I think this colloidal, I thought it was going to be colloidal, but okay. Microfibers. Look at this. It looks to me more polymer nanocrystal chunks with moving bots. That sounds horrible. I'm just saying, and this was on January 9th. Okay, I think it was this year. I think because it would have had a date up here, January 9th. I mean, you know, if you saw the fog videos that we all watched, it was insane, right? Particulates in the atmosphere in California near the wildfires. Also, there is a worse spot top of the Gulf of California of unknown origin. I don't know. This NASA firm's map of fires. Interesting. Now, this is someone who says there's graphene oxide in the fog that has been associated with oxidative stress and cellular damage. It says the presence of such particulates could explain the dense vision-blocking fog you observed. These materials have high surface area and unique properties that allow them to interact with water droplets, altering the fog's behavior and density. Graphene oxide. I wonder what all it causes. Let's see. I can't talk about that. Let's see. Here's a guy with a blowtorch. And this is in Santa Monica. Okay, let me just tell you. Okay, I've heard this several times. Somebody, let me look at what y'all are saying for just a second. Let's see. We're talking about how things can bring down a plane, even small drones and birds. Yes. Hello, Mark. Good to see ya. KJ says there's always May gray and June gloom. May gray and June gloom in California. It's the marine layer that comes off of the ocean. I've never seen fog like that, and I've lived in California all my life. Only marine layer. Well, you know, like I said, pink. If you're talking about the pink fog, that is insane to me. That the bacteria that we just looked at was pink. yeah, it's not easy to test fog. That people who have tested it, and I followed a lot of people on X who have tested it. They're catching it in their air purifiers and in their filters and stuff like that when the fog was heavy, and then they would take it out and they would, say, okay, this is funky, let me send it to the lab. One guy that I was following, his stuff, I think I said this before, got immediately lost. Didn't make it to the lab at all. Now, I want to tell you, this part was this was horrifying, and I tried to validate this, but Kash Patel, this is verified, it's Kash Patel, so I'm assuming that he's not lying to us. What do I know? Never forget that someone, you can say this, made it legal for the media to, quote, purposely lie to the American people. In 2012, he signed H.R. 4310, which allowed propaganda to be used on U.S. citizens by its own government, essentially repealing the Smith-Mundt Act of 1948, which banned the use of domestic propaganda. Okay, I've seen this before. All right, I've seen this before. I didn't repost it. I've seen it a lot of places. But I will say this. I did, and this was yesterday. One of the reasons I didn't go live, I was doing so much research. I didn't go live yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday. No, I didn't. Okay. I did look up HR 4310. You know what I realized? It was horrific. Okay. You're looking at this bill and you think, I don't know, I guess in my head, when you pass a bill, it is about a specific thing, and it may go into great detail about different things with that bill, but I didn't really know what a bill looked like, okay? If you go and you look at HR 4310, good luck, because there is everything but the kitchen sink in there. You go from, it's more than one thing. It's not about one topic. There are so many things. It was page after page after page after page, and I'm like, where does it say that? I couldn't, after going through about, I don't know how many pages and reading this and skimming it, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take your word for it, Kash, because my brain, who even writes stuff like this? And so I just challenge you, if you haven't looked at some of these bills, no wonder. I've wondered sometimes, how do things get through Congress? And they're like, oh, well, it was a little clause in a bill here or there. Things that you didn't know were in bills. That's because you would want to just take a spike and drive it through your head instead of reading a bill. That's what you feel like. Oh my God, somebody just make it stop. It's so much. But it's horrific. I have no reason to think that Mr. Patel is lying. And again, because I've seen it in many places. So if it is, since 2012, it has been legal to purposely lie to the American people? Seriously? So that means basically everything they've said since 2012 could be a whole big ball of hooey, and it's legal? It's legal to lie to us. How is this allowed? Come on. I sit here and I think, what kind of world do I actually live in? Because I don't think that it's where I think I've been living. Even as much as I've studied and as many rabbit holes I've gone down, I'm like, okay, I apparently do not recognize where I'm at. Okay, let's see. Hello, John Morgan. Isn't there an environment problem which the politicians in Los Angeles should deal with? These fires and more of environment could have been cleared down years ago. Yes, that is a very big component to this, because the brush, they haven't been taking care of the brush. It's been unattended. It's like having a all kind of papers strewn all over your floors of your house, and then somebody lights a match and you're like, oh my God, how did it grow so fast? Well, hello. Somebody needs to clean it. Yes, there are other environmental issues for sure. Okay, Mark says, it is absolutely true. The Smith-Mundt Act was overturned. See, I just, like I said, I tried to read it for myself. Good luck. Look at it. I challenge you. Just all you have to do is type it in Google. Just put HR 4310. It'll boom, bring it up, and then you can choose the source you want to look at it with, and good luck. Good luck to your brain after that. Yes, Jay. How unethical! All these media professionals lying to us for money. Yeah. Wow. Mark says it was in the 2012 and 2013 NDAA when they expanded on it so they could use our tax dollars to feed us propaganda. Back when I was a kid, this is before we had good relations with Russia, which when did that happen? With we started having better relations in like the late 80s, early 90s. I can't remember. But, before that, when you were taught in school about Russia and their communists, when they were still communist, and they said, oh, this is, communism was terrible, and they used so much propaganda on their own citizens, and they told them this and that, and they, wanted to explain why the U.S. was so bad and what horrible living conditions we had and all this kind of stuff. And you thought, I know I thought as a kid, oh my God, they're lying to their people? That is horrendous. Like, these poor people, they have no idea what the truth is. And I thought that was one of the most evil things that a government could do. But yet, in 2012, hello, HR 4310, here we go. It's legal for the government to lie to us. So why do you think that they're ever telling the truth? They're not doing anything illegal. No. They can purposely lie and tell you anything. Please, somebody help me understand how this happened. Because I don't get it. Let's see. That's why we always need to read these National Defense Authorization Acts. They always do stuff like that. Look, I'm telling you, Mark, I tried so hard. And I guess if I was trying to read it on my phone because I didn't expect that much. I should have put it on my big screen here, and I should have done what I did with the Healthcare Act, and that's before it was passed. That was in one of the draft forms that was 2,000 something pages. Did I read every one? You're darn tootin' I did. I sure did. A lot of it was redundant, but I read every single page, okay? Because I work in healthcare, and I wanted to know. It did not pass the way that it was originally written. But after that 2,000 pages, that was kind of like my breaking point. I'm like, you know what? I can't. But I tried. I tried really hard with this one, and I should have done the same thing. But I just could not force myself. First, they overturned it. Then in 2013, they decided we needed to pay for them to lie to us. You just can't make it up. You know what? Mark, I honestly don't think that people in the United States realize this. I really don't. I mean, I like to think that I travel down every rabbit hole. And yes, I have seen this over the years, but I didn't know if it was true. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to, talk about that in case it's not true. And I didn't. Oh my God. Like, why aren't people livid? Why? Oh, I'll tell you. Because they don't know. They do not know that they don't know the truth. They don't know what the government's allowed to do to us. So basically, you can think, is anything that they're saying about any subject, is it true? Because it has at least a 50-50 chance, if not greater, of being complete crap. They don't have to answer for it. Oh my God. I get so mad. And you know what? My blood pressure is usually low. I don't have a blood pressure problem, but I'm telling you, I feel it stirring. Okay. Now, the only reason I am talking about this is one of those suspects of lighting fires. But here's the thing: the fact that he is, I don't know. I think they said he was illegal. I don't know. I'm not even concerned about that. What they found on him, according to this, was he was carrying 5 cell phones. 5 cell phones. Why? How? How do you even keep up with 5 cell phones? And a United Nations prepaid debit card? Okay, if he was, I can see the prepaid debit card, if he was like an illegal from here and was given a debit card. But from the United Nations? Now that's not making sense to me. I'm just saying. This is just me. Supposing. Let me move this. Again, I think we talked about this last time. 2 LA private security companies told me, this is by Brian Enton, that large groups of people are coming out of Sprinter vans as the looting is coordinated. Okay, so we don't know. Is this a gang thing? What is it? I don't know. This picture, y'all. This picture. All right. I'm going to go back. I don't know. Did I follow all this down? Because I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Again, there's the pink stuff. Just saying. I don't know what that is. Okay. I don't think I reposted some of this. So I'm going to go back to here. Let's talk. Let's see. Don't get me started on the UN and my blood pressure going to go up. Well, you can see mine. Doing it. Certain people in certain political parties have been trying their hardest to take away our First Amendment. They don't have any respect for the Constitution. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. You could talk about the UN for an hour. Easy. Be interesting. I'd be interested in what you have to say. I really would. So what do y'all think? This, man, the more I look at this, I've got a lot of stuff saved and a lot of info on Richard Allen that I will talk about at some point. But the more I study these California fires and the more I see, the sicker I get. Okay. Not only because of the devastation, and I mean, I see a lot of lunatics too, just saying crazy stuff. But I also have to compare it with Western North Carolina, which makes me livid. And then you have to wonder, here's my next thing. Remember the year, remember in 2020, we all had extra time. I kind of did. We all had extra time on our hands in 2020 for a reason. And there was just like one thing while we were all at home. Do you remember there's like one devastation after another? It's almost like the beginning of the apocalypse. There was, riots, there were wars, there were earthquakes. Do y'all remember? It wasn't just us staying at home. It was craziness. So, it was like it got so bad that you kind of had to just laugh at it because you just didn't know. And I remember, like, on Facebook, a lot of my friends and stuff it was almost like a bingo card thing, like who had zombies for May, who had Godzilla for June, or whatever. Like, it's almost like playing a game. What catastrophe is going to happen next? Like, who has this? Who wins? Who had this card? That's the way that I feel like this year. I mean, the end of 2024, and now 2025. It's like you don't even know. You don't even know. I can't even imagine what's coming down the pike. Who has zombies for February? I don't know. It's insanity. It's insanity, and you have to think, what are the odds? Okay? Yes, we have wars, we have fires, we have earthquakes, we have stuff, unusual events, we have stuff that happens from time to time on this, big blue ball of dirt, watery ball of dirt that we live on. If we're not in the Matrix, I don't know where we are. Give up. But assuming that we are on this big blue ball of water, you have to think that, yes, things happen from time to time. It's inevitable. But if you are going for statistics, what are the stats that all of this stuff is happening in just like 3 months? Okay, it doesn't seem natural. I was reading an article. Don't mean to scare you, but I do. And I don't know if this is going to happen, so don't panic. But I was reading, y'all, and I have a lot of friends in straight up from me, and it's not that it won't affect Alabama, because it will. But the New Madrid Fault. I was reading an article that was very compelling. Okay, I don't know if it's going to happen, but the article was very compelling about why they are expecting a major earthquake on the New Madrid Fault, and that's going to be right up there in Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Tennessee, Arkansas, that whole area. And if you know the history of the earthquakes, we are overdue. It almost comes at the same time. I think it's 400 years. And we are overdue for the New Madrid to break. And of course, the magnitude of damage and the loss of lives that would be in that area is off the charts, because where it's at, it would crack into different states. And so I was reading why they think that it is imminent. And I'm like, well, I hate to say it, but it's par for the course. So I'm just saying, y'all, I don't know. Y'all, keep your bug out bags. Be careful. Be prepared. I mean, God, even if it's not that, who knows? Who knows? The aliens could come land in my yard. I don't know. We've got a lot of trees. I don't think it's a good spot, but hey. Let's see. Mark says, several years ago, the UN had a concert. They had a bunch of kids singing a song about starting a new world order behind closed doors. You know what? I didn't say that, but it does not surprise me. Jay says the people watched him starting a fire, and they released him, saying they didn't have evidence to keep him confined. What more do they want than eyewitnesses? Yeah, I saw that. And I'm like, how? You got him dead to rights. Oh, we don't have enough evidence. My God, it sounds like Delphi and some of the names that I shall not mention. Really? You don't have any evidence? Well, you're just dumb. Okay. Or covering it up. Whatever. Oh, I'm sorry you got bumped out, Shay. I don't know. Like I said, I have been having some issues, and I don't think that my computer is working correctly. I can't really say that it's hacked, but I kind of think it is. The way they've left our infrastructure, yeah, we're so much more vulnerable than anyone wants to believe. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I remember even years ago, uh, people talking about bridges falling. Like, this guy I knew would warn me, like, these little bridges in your county roads and all this kind of stuff, which we have tons of in my area. Tons of, I'm more in the city, but there's a lot of rural areas. He's like, they're not going to be able to fix them because this, that, and the other, and the money. And he said they're just going to fall. Well, literally, there was a major. It was on a county road, but it was very well traveled, kind of a point of interest around here. Literally, that's what happened. It just fell in. One day, it just fell in. And it took years. Like, you couldn't drive. Like, I don't even know how those people got in and out. Because it was very, very, the terrain was very rocky. There was a river. It was lots of big hills. I don't know. He didn't have enough money for a lighter to smoke with, but he had enough money for a blowtorch. Yeah, it sounds like they're covering up. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I haven't gotten the email to you. I keep losing my files and have to find them again. Oh my gosh. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I know I'm actually trying to figure out, because of the scares I've had, I'm trying to think of a way to keep in contact with y'all in case of disaster, as far as, I have problems with my channel. Like I said, I'm going to start another one over on Rumble. It's just kind of a backup account. But I even just, some of you join my Discord, so you still have, some of y'all have access to that. I don't even really use Discord anymore, not for anything. And it's very complicated if you're not used to it. It's a pain in the butt. I do have a Facebook page, okay? The two things that you should know. I'm trying to be more active. I haven't posted on my Facebook page in forever, but it is Silky Southern Tea. You might have to look for it for a while, because I really don't have that much going on. I do stream live to it sometimes, but I think it's just as bad or worse than for censorship. I do have a TikTok account, Silky Southern. I think it's Silky Southern Tea. I haven't been posting on there, but I am going to start, because I just want y'all to be able to connect if something happens, okay? We don't know. We never know what's going to happen. Jay says, the electric grid is already on the verge of collapse in California. Populations get their water from aqueducts, from whole other regions, which can be destroyed easily. Yeah, no protection at all. And I've seen where some billionaires have a lot of access to California water. I'm just saying. That's what the rumor is. Facebook bans everybody for everything. I refuse to post. I have my personal, I just have my page that I've had my personal, my kids' pictures and all that kind of stuff. I've had it for years. But I do have Silky Southern Tea and Spooky Southern Tea pages that on there. And I think it's a good, if you can't find somebody anywhere else, you can find them there. And I thought it was interesting. Okay, just speculation. All right. Oops. Okay. Did y'all hear where Mark Zuckerberg went to visit Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. I thought that was quite interesting. Now, I I thought Zuckerberg did so much to censor during 2020, 2021, 2020, like forever, but especially 2020 and 2021. I was so very disgusted with Facebook. And I'm on my personal account. I am not on there hardly ever. I do check on my YouTube channel pages if somebody says something, and some of the groups that I'm in, I check on them. But I don't hardly ever post to my Facebook because I'm just out. I'm out, and I don't have time for it. But I thought it's interesting because old Zuck, he had this meeting with Donald Trump, and all of a sudden he's blaming everybody else. Yeah, we had to censor stuff because the government, the powers that be, said we had to do that. And I'm really sorry. Like, he comes out, the reports that I've seen is more like a whipped puppy. Oh no, Facebook's going to be more open and all this. And I'm like, that is definitely a 180, Zuck, from what you did before, because it was so bad. It was the censorship in 2020 and 2021 was so bad on Facebook. If I hadn't had all of my pictures and all my memories on there, which I did download, by the way, you can do that. If I hadn't had that on there, I would have just, I really just wanted to set my phone on fire. I was so mad. So many of my friends couldn't say anything, and they would they would show me what they got banned for. They got in Facebook jail for a few days, a week, a month, whatever. And I'd be like, what on God's earth did you post? And I'm like, why? Why did this get you in Facebook jail? But it's interesting to me now that Zuck is more open and he's more tolerant and he's more about freedom, he says. So I'm like, did you really just have a change of heart? Or did Trump have something on you? Does Trump know something about your dealings or the way that you did things? Are you now under his, I'm going to say, control? But is he going like one false move and I'm going to let all this out? I mean, this is just me, hypothetical. Like, I don't know. I can never imagine a time that I would ever think that Mark Zuckerberg would have went to Mar-a-Lago. But I'm just saying, I thought that was insanity. Absolute insanity. But what do I know? Nothing. I don't know nothing. Let me see what y'all are saying. I need to make this bigger. I don't know. I've got this big long monitor. Like, it's great, but I can't see anything on it, and I can't seem to get it big enough. Okay. Oh, wait. There we go. I'm gonna throw some of these up here. These are so funny. Shay said, I tried to send you a message, but the option is not available. Like, where? On Facebook? On Messenger, you should be able to reach me on my on Messenger on either account, Spooky or Silky. Because I get messages from time to time. Let's see. Still got the same account that I had to get an invite code to create. Oh, really? You had to have an invite code? Oh, wow. I guess I came in after that. You went over to Rumble and they demanded my birthday. I think everywhere does, though, don't they? I mean, I guess you can just make up one. I don't know. Can you make up a birthday? So Shay says he grew his hair. He grew his hair out and got a new view of the world. He does look a little bit more human, though, don't you think? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, what would happen if they somehow take down the entire internet, cut us all off from everything? Most of us would be lost without it. I certainly would, as far as, I don't know. I think on one hand, I would feel a big relief. Whew, okay, that's not even a thing I have to worry about. On the other hand, I would hate that I could not communicate with y'all, with people that, we're so diverse from all places in the country, even in all places of the world. You may not realize how many people subscribe to this channel that are like from other countries. So and message me frequently. And, so I would hate to think that I could not be in contact with them anymore. You saw Zuck on Joe Rogan. Don't believe anything. I don't believe anything he says either. Not a thing. I don't believe anything hardly anybody in the public says. Not at all. Yeah, I do agree, Shay. He does seem more animated, less robotic. I don't know. Yeah, he was trying to blame, Joe Biden for that. But you still have a platform. You can do what you want to do. You can say no, can't you? Or I don't know. So he's less like a cyborg. Okay. But you're talking about control. It's kind of like, when the videos and the stuff I've done, the live streams I've done with Carol Stanhope. I mean, she was controlled for years and years. I can't, Buckeye, you're so funny. I'm not going to say that, but that is funny. Zuck looks like he got made over. Interesting, yes. He does look better, though. You have to say he looks way, way better. Yes, he's part of the reason that the President of the United States had to create his own social media platform. Yeah. And there were so many, right there around 20, end of 2020 and beginning of 2021. There were people like myself just jumping on other platforms, any platform you could find to connect with people that was not as controlled. And I don't visit those as much, but I still do keep up with stuff because I don't really do it for research because I can't talk about anything that's I find in those places. But maybe I'll do that on Rumble. Although I think they do have some rules too. Yeah, the fact that he banned a sitting president, yeah. On my streaming page. Try to send me a message. Okay. I don't know. I don't understand. It shouldn't be. I'll go back and check all my settings. Yeah, you can always email me. I'm trying to think what else would be easy for you, Shay. Facebook is usually the easiest, but you can message. Can people message you on TikTok? Because I am on TikTok and I just put 3 short videos out on there based off the last live stream. So if you can find that one, you should be able to. I think you can, because I had my messages on TikTok where you couldn't message me because I got the stupidest stuff from people all these people hitting on me and people I don't know, and I'm thinking most of them are probably scammy and the rest of them are just, not the kind of people I'd want to deal with. They look like they should be in jail. So I cut off my ability to message me on TikTok, but I put it back on so you could try there. Yes, I agree, Jay. I do not think Biden is in control. Oh, Shay, you got a new laptop, a new phone, and a laptop. Oh my gosh. I love it when I get new stuff. It is pain in the butt, yes, to set up everything. But I love it. I'm like, it's like Christmas. I love new technology. I love it. Love it. All right. I am going to end this. I hope y'all keep an eye. By the way, if you see something really good, an article or something, shoot it to me in an email. If there's something I missed, I've got a ton of stuff that I've sent myself that I haven't covered. But then by the time I think, okay, I'm going to cover this, it's like, okay, that's old news now. But I would love to. I would love to do that. All right. Y'all stay safe out there. I don't know. You sent 2 emails today? Okay, I haven't checked my email today, Jay, but I will look at it. Stay safe out there. Keep your guard up. Keep your eyes open. Watch out for zombies. Have a bug out bag. Whatever. Whatever you do, y'all. Stay silky. Appreciate you so much. Bye-bye.